this 9. In the place value of 100,000, you can put those place values on top there. 10th, 100, let me say, 10th, 100, then this will be 1,000. Can write TH, then I add THS. Ones, 10th, 100, this is. After 100, this we have 1,000, then this is 10,000. 1,000, 10,000. Let me remove that. This one helps me identify the digit in the required place value. Then this is 100. Oh, 100,000. This is 100,000. This is. Then this will be million. This is million. This is. You write a million. You add THS. That's the place value of that 8 million. This will be 10 million. So since they wanted us to round off to the nearest 100,000, after identifying that digit in the required place value, my fellow viewer or my viewer, check the digit on the right. Which digit is on the right of the required place value? It is the 8. Now, when it is 8, we said, or we agreed, you round up. Whenever the digit on the right is either 5 or 6, 7, 8, or 9, on the right of that digit in the required place value, you round up. So we shall say, we shall add on 1 here, not to complicate. Now, this adding 1 is improper. That's why I said put here zeros, like that. You can assume that you are just keeping the places there, to simplify the matter. Then you add. So you are adding on, or you are increasing this number with the 100,000. See that, not by 1. 100,000. Then you add. I will even just end there to avoid causing people. Let me even just end there. Those bars have just ended here. I'm just basing on that. This is 9 plus 1 is 10. Write a 0. You can't write here 10. Move with 1. That is 1 now plus 9 is again 10. Write a 0. Again move with the 1. Now 1 plus 9 is still 10. 10 plus 0, still it is 10. So we shall write a 0. You move with 1. Still 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 0 is still 10. So I'll write 0. I move with 1. This is now 1 plus 9 is 10 plus 0. Still it is 10. You write a 0. You move with 1. You move to this place. This is now 1 plus 9, 10. Plus 0, 10. So it is 10. I have finished. The rest of the digits on the right are dropped. Don't include anything. That is very, very important. My number has how many decimal places? Those digits after decimal point. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They wanted us to make this number have only 5 decimal places. There is one who failed it, but let me first write the right thing. You now say, therefore, 9.9. 9. I copied the original number. 9. You see? 8, 0. The original number. I don't want you to interchange and say 10.00000 is approximately that. It will be wrong. This number you were given is approximately 10 point. There should be the number of decimal places which were required. 10.000. How many decimal places were they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've confirmed that one has been rounded off to the nearest has been rounded off to the nearest 10, to the nearest 100,000, meaning it must have 5 decimal places, and they are really 5. Now, if you wrote and you only wrote 10, now 10 is a whole number, as if you were rounding off to the nearest whole number. That was very wrong. Your number was supposed to have 5 decimal places. Even if they are zeros, they are keeping the number of decimal places that are required. So don't ignore these zeros because they are zeros. Zeros at the end are useless. My dear, no. They keep the number of decimal places that were needed. So if you ignore those zeros, you have killed. This number will be it has been rounded off to the nearest whole number. You see that? It will be wrong. They must be there to show that that is what was required. So that was that, my dear viewer. That number increased by 100,000. So that is what I can be able to talk about it. But there are some questions. You can get a number like round off, it can be like maybe 49.89. To the nearest, perhaps they can say to the nearest 100th. 100th. They can say like round off this number to the nearest 100th. Some you will find others adding here s. Don't take it for granted. See that? It can be like that. Now, to the nearest 100th. Now, when a number is like that, this is 49.89. To the nearest 100th, it means to 2 places of decimal. This is ones. When you are giving place values, my dear viewer, I told you always know how to give place values. The digit after decimal point, the digits on the right are the ones which are decimals. The digits on the right of a decimal point. These ones on the left are whole numbers. So this is ones, and this is tens. If you are giving place values, this is tens. 4 is in a place value of tens. 9 is in a place value of ones. Now the first digit after the decimal point, we said it is 10. Can write 10. Since I wrote it here, okay. 10 cc's. Then this is 100 cc's. Now, when you're rounding off to the nearest 100 cc's, you are supposed now to consider the digit on the right. Which digit is on the right of 100 cc's? Obviously, it is nothing. Nothing is a 0. See that? So here, since it is a 0, we shall add nothing to this digit in the required place value. It will be 0. As I told you, 0. Put those ones. Add. This will be 9, 8, 9, 4. I don't want you to say, but now there is no digit on the right. The digit on the right is a 0. There is nothing there. Nothing is 0. That's why I put it there. So you can get a question and you fail to understand what it requires. So this one you summarize by saying 49.89 is approximately equal to 49 still, 0.89. Like that. That is your final answer. That's your final answer. So in case such a number comes, don't say, I don't have the digit on the right of the required place value. That digit is nothing. That is a 0. Put it there, round down. And your final answer will be like that. Yes, that is the correction of the previous work. We were supposed to do all that, and I had organized for you a small activity on that. However, since next time we have to begin up with the new thing, we shall have to work them out very fast. I told you they can set for a question in that format. Correct our number one there. Correct 15.7685539 to 4 places of decimal. They may not use rounding off, but they can say correct that to 4 places of decimal. How will you correct that to 4 places of decimal? Meaning your number must have only 4 decimal places. Must have only 4 decimal places. Let's look at it faster. Our question is correct 15.7685539 to 4 places of decimal. Meaning the number must have only 4 decimal places. How many decimal places are there, first of all? If you can count, the digits after decimal point are decimal places. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6 digits after decimal point. So they want us to correct this number to 4 places of decimal, meaning round it off to the nearest what? 10,000. 10,000, those are 4 decimal places. They can bring it in that format. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 decimal places are there. See that? Now, that is 10,000. So if you are correcting this digit to the nearest 10,000, check still the digit on the right. Either we round it down or we round it up. So here, we shall now need to add nothing to the digit in the required place value here. Add totally nothing. Because 3 is less than 5. You said when it is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you round up. Those digits are nearer 10. You see that? Than 0 on a number line, if you are using a number line. So here we shall add 0 here, because the digit on the right is a 3. So here we shall just put 0, 0, 0, 0.0. Add here. This is now 5, 8, 6, 7, 5, 1. That is all. Therefore, 15.7685539 is approximately, is nearly 15.76855. Finished. That is how it is supposed to be rounded off. Giving place values, you have understood. The first digit after decimal point is supposed to be the place value of tenths, because ones remains here. Ones is a whole number. So those digits after a whole number are the decimals. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Ones, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. We have corrected it to 4 places of decimal. Then lastly, round off this one to the nearest 100,000ths. That is what an example of what we have just done. Last, I had created it as an activity. You can create more and more questions and you work out by yourself. I don't want anything to be left behind, because next time we shall start off with something clear. This is 8.10. Let me do it faster. 49961 to the nearest 100,000 cc's. Now, give place values if possible. 100,000 cc's. 100,000 cc's. 1 out of 100,000. That's 100,000 cc's, which is written as 0. How many decimal places? There will be 5. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. So identify the digit in the required place value. The required place value is 100,000. This is ones. Then this is 10. This is 100. This is 1,000. This is ones. 10. This is 100. This is 1,000. 1,000. This is. I've just written it in short. And they say, what's the place value of 4? Don't write the short things here. This one, they are just helping us identify. This is it. 10 is 100 is 1,000 is. This is now 10,000 is. 10,000. 10,000 is. Then this is 100,000 is. Now, this is the digit in the required place value. I can draw back. This would have been millions, 10 millions. I will now first ignore that. But I will consider the digit on the right of 100,000. Which digit is on the right of 100,000? It is 6. We said whenever the digit on the right of the required place value is greater than 4, say it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you round up. You will add 1 here, put this 0, 0, 0, 0, put your point 0 here, then you add. Don't have added on 1. Now when you're adding on 1, then you have not arranged according to decimal according to their place values. 1 is a whole number. Say that. You can't add on 1 because 1 is a whole number. And why do you put it in the decimals here? So it must, the digit in the required place value must be increased by the value of the place value. That is 100,000. So this is 10. Go with 1. Still 10. Move with 1. When you add this, 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus 0, still it's 5. Then this is 0. This is 1.8. I've summarized. You can now say therefore, 15.768539 is approximately. Don't write equals. They are not equal. It is nearly. See that? It is almost 8.10500. I wanted to bring in that also, so that there are also those decimals, those zeros at the end. How much we have now digits here after decimal point, but these zeros are very relevant. They are very relevant. They are very, very important. How many decimal places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 100,000. We have done it. So that one is supposed to be perfected like that. So next time, we are supposed to look at another very important area in our daily lives, and very also, and more examinable also. Normally see them set in the exams. Otherwise, I would like to wish you well. Continue doing practice. There is PLOE for you. It is there. How much it may be early next year, but it is there. See that? Meaning you need to use this time to organize yourself. Do practice, do enough practice, do thorough practice so that you master the things. Then continue discussing. I remain Mangen Bernard. I wish you well. Saba Saja Kavaka Awangale.
Somera Muddiirolyo ng'ewagiddwa Maryland High School erisangibwa Entebbe. Ssomero ly'abawala n'abalenzi tusomesa arts and sciences okuviira ddala ku siniya esooka okutuukira ddala ku siniya ey'omukaaga nga lisangibwa mu kifo ekiweweevu obulungi